All right, everybody. Well, this is a special weekend coming up, the 5-year anniversary of me getting my first Cup win at Pocono with the Wood Brothers. Obviously, you never forget, your first Cup win, especially when we did it in the fashion that we did it, and a special place like Pocono. It's not too far from my hometown in Ohio, so we're going to take you through it and relive some really great memories. All right, well, the restart, we really got put in a good position. Restarted fourth behind the 18, who was dominant. The 2 had fresh tires. We had fresh tires. Brad didn't get a great restart and got put 3 wide.
Caused some problems for Keselowski.
Keselowski got a terrible start.
Being side by side with Eric Jones, luckily I was just able to get a good run off of 1 and clear him, and that really let me set my sights on Kyle, who was on older stuff, but he was the best car all day. So I wasn't sure how new tires were going to play into it, if they were going to matter, because he was so dominant.
Ryan Blaney closed
He
up.
is there, buddy. He's right
Kyle
on his
Busch.
He's right there. He's going to be the guy that he's going to have to. Kyle Busch going to have to really work
huge
hard.
Run off of turn 3.
Great run off turn 3.
He kind of tried to break the draft, and then I tried to make a late move, and he blocked it, which is, I can't blame him for blocking it, and drove us way down there.
Whoa! No! That was.
How low can you go?
Man, huge block by the 18.
18 to a big block on Blaney right there.
And my side draft was kind of weak. I wish I would have, looking back on it, I wish I would have stayed on this quarter panel longer. And I think I probably could have cleared him, but I kind of just got there and got away, and that let him side draft me down to the apron. But fortunately, we were able to stay on his quarter panel, and this was a good side draft off the tunnel turn to get position on him into 3.
Blaney loose!
Oh, he's driving the heck out of that thing.
He's going to clear him.
Clear.
Got the lead.
Clear.
Blaney to the front.
The 21 car to the lead.
3, and now the next threat, was Kevin. He was super fast all day long, and when he got by the 18, obviously he was kind of running me down and was basically in our tire tracks for the last 9 laps or something like that.
This is just not over yet for the 21 bunch. They better
Coming to 4 to go.
He's going to have to drive 4 qualifying laps here, buddy, if you want to win this race.
Which is tough. He's made a huge reputation of being a great closer and great racer, and I really admired him, growing up, and it's been fortunate to get to race with him, a lot. Here we come down to, I think it's 2 to go, and I start trying to break the draft, all that stuff. And the biggest thing I felt like we were better than him at was getting in the corner. That was one of the larger things that we were better than. So, white flag, he really let me drive into turn 1 because his brakes weren't great, and he kept backing the corner up. And so going down Long Pond, I was like, okay, seal off the tunnel. If you have a good tunnel turn and he's 2 back of you going into 3, he's not going to get to you. So I just tried to have a good tunnel turn here, and he got a little loose off of the tunnel trying too hard, which let me have a little bit of a gap. And I figured going into 3, if I just didn't really just completely have a bonehead move and miss the bottom, I was good.
Harvick looks slow, and here they come. The winner at Pocono, Ryan Blaney for the Wood Brothers.
Wow.
What a race.
Wow.
That was awesome. Like I said before, it was super cool racing Kevin for it. And then also, one of the coolest parts when you get your first win, having everybody come up to you on the cool down lap and, rub fenders with you, give you a bump, give you a thumbs up. A lot of guys, whether I grew up racing with them as a kid, whether I really admired when I was a youngster growing up, watching Dad race, people I really enjoyed watching, racing the Cup Series when I was just, 10 years old. Kevin was one of those guys. And then Bubba made his first Cup start that day in the 43 car. So, the 21 and the 43 next to each other, that picture is like the coolest shot that I can think of. Just 2 historic numbers, side by side, really taking in the moment. That was awesome. So, not many people know. So, not only was it my first Cup win, it was Jeremy Boland's first Cup win as a crew chief. It was a lot of the people, men and women on that team, it was their first Cup wins too. So, that was great to not only get mine, but to get their first Cup win too. That's just as special for them as it is for me. they worked their whole lives to get to this point. And one thing I started doing, I think it was in 2016, I stopped doing burnouts just because a very high up name in the sport, Dale Inman, told me, he's like, I love how you don't do burnouts. It was like the first time I didn't do a burnout. He said, I love how you don't do burnouts because you don't see the winner of the Kentucky Derby get off his horse and start beating the hell out of it. So I kind of took that to heart, and I was like, you know what, he's got a great point. I'm gonna not do burnouts and just something a little different. So, and to get kind of close to the crowd and hear the fans, you know, how excited they were, and just be able to give a wave. This was before I started handing the checkered flag out to a kid after the race. I wanted this checkered flag. I couldn't give this one up. This was a special one to me. And the coolest part about this was, so I interviewed Brad. He won the Xfinity race the day before, and I was an analyst for that race, a pit road reporter, and I got to interview him in Victory Lane. And so Brad turned around and he interviewed me in my Victory Lane celebration, and it just happened to be my first Cup win.
This is your first Cup win. You had to pass one of the best, Kyle Busch, and hold off Kevin Harvick at the end. What was going through your mind? You're in Victory Lane, man.
It's hard, man, to process.
I owe Brad a lot. You know, Brad gave me a shot in his trucks in 2012, which led to driving Xfinity cars for the Wood Brothers, Xfinity cars for Penske, which led to driving this car for the Wood Brothers, which now has led me to drive Penske. So I owe Brad a lot. And to have him in Victory Lane interviewing me on TV, that was like full circle. Just really, really cool for him to do that. Like I said, I owe him so much, and he's been such a great guy to me. And so I was so pumped because this was Wood Brothers' 99th win as a team. I'm really upset I didn't get 100 for them. Hopefully they get that one day here soon, and I'm around to congratulate Eddie and Len and Leonard Wood on their 100th Cup win. But just talking, we talked about the party here. So I was living in Brad's house at the time. Was the coolest thing. I was renting his house from him, his old house. And he asked me what the party's going to be like, and I said, you're invited. You know, I don't know. Well, you're invited. And then he kind of snuck in my ear. He said, well, don't mess my house up too much, because I was still renting from him.
Really cool. Yes, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. Ryan Blaney, his first career Monster Energy Cup Series win at Pocono Raceway. Wow, what a day. A lot of people cheering for you. A lot of people happy for you. Back to you, Chris Myers in the booth.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us at the barn. Really, really special to relive some amazing memories, memories that I'll never forget, with a lot of great people. So hopefully we can make it a great little 5-year anniversary this weekend and try to get another win at Pocono.